Hey, I am excited. I'm Dr. Kimberly Ellison, the owner and managing director of Sparkle Publishing, a boutique style publishing company. Y'all listen, where we help you share your story with the world. I'm excited. And I just wanted to really drop in and share with you about our newest and I'm telling you, most powerful work yet. It is Respire. And Respire is our first ever Black male anthology. Y'all, it's 10 men, 10 truths, and it's their stories. And I wanted to really just come on and share with you, for those of you who say, well, why should I buy Respire? What's different in Respire than it is from other books? Well, first of all, you haven't seen one of its kind where 10 Black men share their story, their truth about their manhood experiences that help them to identify ways in which they were able to rediscover hope, courage, and strength during times of difficulty. So I just wanted to let you know that, first of all, it's raw, it's authentic, and it's very transparent. And these men show up in full transparency to really share with you their stories. Now, one of the unique things about Respire is when I received the vision to really become a vessel to help men share their voices through Respire. First of all, let me back up. Respire means to breathe again. And that really resonated with me when I caught the vision for Respire. It resonated with me because, first of all, 2014, at the hands of New York City police, Eric Garner was, some of his last words was, "I can't breathe." And that became the mantra for so many organizations, social injustice organizations who fought for social injustice, for communities who were partnering with Brown and Black people of color. And it became a mantra that took, just force around the world. And people began to say, hands up, I can't breathe. And signifying the social injustices that Black men, Black people have experienced, and in relation to police brutality. And so in that, when I caught the vision to be the visionary and compiler for Respire, it was more so around breathe again. And although we've gone through these challenges and Black men have experienced challenges, history's past and even present day, that we're able to rewrite the story, right? Other people have shared our stories. Other people have shared the narratives of Black men, but this narrative is told from the experiences of Black men. And so it's their voice. And they also serve as the voiceover for so many other Black men who aren't able to share their story. And a voiceover, if you know anything about media, entertainment, you know that a voiceover is when you see the images in the background. When you watch a movie, it is so powerful because you see the images moving, or the people moving, or the pictures moving, and then the voice comes in on top of it, it lays over it, but it's telling the story of the movement, the thing that's happening. And Respire does that. Mm-hmm. It tells the story. These stories of the 10 men, you can see hear their voices on top of the stories of other men. And they share the experiences of other Black men as well. And so that's one thing of being able to relate. And oftentimes there hasn't been a safe space or a safe place for Black men to express themselves, to share their experiences, to really talk about manhood and talk about depression and those things that impact men on a regular a regular basis, like depression, their confidence, even the family, their jobs, career, the struggle of entrepreneurship or rejection, losing. When you think about losing a loved one and how men are portrayed to, or culturally, they're to not have emotion, right? So they're not to have this emotion or show this emotion, and men are told don't cry. And Respire changes the narrative, and you hear the voices of men through two places in Respire. One, it's about the experiences of their manhood, and they're using these stories to minister to, right? And then also mentor through. So you'll hear the experiences because they're ministering through their stories. And what do you mean by that, Dr. Kimberly? For one, when you share a story, your story is the testimony, or your story tells your experience, and it shares with other people how you were able, it tells you what happened, it shares why, and it shares how someone has gotten through a challenge or a tough time or an experience, or they learned something, or whatever that may be in that story. Respire tells 10 truths of 10 men, where these men are sharing their story, but they're ministering through their experiences. And when you talk about, well, ministering, yes, it's this, the stories bring forth deliverance, stories bring forth truth, it brings forth community in ways in which we won't experience just by meeting someone. And so their stories, think about their manuscripts begin to minister through to you. And then there's mentorship that you receive as a man. And so stories mentor. There are times when you can read a story and it will 10x your capability, your capacity, or your leadership ability, or even experiences that you go through. So you will find Respire as a body of work that 10 men and 10 truths, they begin to minister through and mentorship to other men, other Black men. And I'm excited to be a part of this journey. And I'm grateful to serve as a vessel to share the voices and the truths of men. And so with that, I can't wait for you to meet these men. I can't wait for you to read their stories. And really, for one, pick, first of all, for the women, you need to pick this book up. You need to order the copies. You need to put this in the hands of the young men that you know, your husbands, your uncles, your nephews, your cousins, your godsons. If there's a Black man, a man of color, or a young boy, young man, you want to get this book to them. For one, it brings about community. It's like, think about it. It's like barbershop talk, business, the boardroom, and Bible all at the same time, in a way where it's sharing truth, not pushing truth. And if you are looking to support the men in your life in that way, Respire would be an avenue in which you would do that. And so I'm excited to even be a part. And I want to share with you a few things of why. So if you want to know why you should purchase Respire, so why would you purchase Respire? Or why would I do this? Well, first of all, if your faith, so these are reasons why you should purchase Respire. Okay. If your faith has been under fire, Respire is the book for you. So those men in your life whose faith has been under fire, where they are challenged in believing what God showed them, believing their vision, their goals, and what's in front of them. And so if you are experiencing that as a Black man, or you know someone in your life who their faith is under fire in any situation, you want to purchase Respire. If you're in need of encouragement as a Black man, where sometimes you don't get the encouragement you need because you don't have the community that supports you in that way, or you have to be the strong person, or you have to be the man that, a man, you have to provide, you have to make provision for your family, but you need encouragement sometime too. So if your faith has been under fire, you need encouragement as a Black man, or if you would like a mentor, or, and you don't have time. Sometimes you desire certain things, but work, life, responsibilities, children, being a father, being a husband, having a career, being a pastor, sometimes you don't have the space created for you to express yourself and the experiences that you go through. But Respire is going to mentor men through their stories. And so I want you all to know that if you want mentorship or you don't have the time, these stories are going to speak to the place that's going to bring that encouragement. All right. Another reason is if you've experienced any type of loss, whether it's grief, job loss, any type of relationship loss, loss of hope, courage, strength, or anything of that nature, you want to be able to purchase Respire, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, this Respire touches on the points of manhood like never before. And these men share their stories. So this is a big one. If you've dealt with feelings of depression, self-doubt, unworthiness, inadequacies, those things, these men share how they showed up during depression, and depression really just kind of took over, where they had to choose between life or death, or they had to choose between homelessness or paying a bill, where they had to choose between, do I take this opportunity, or do I stick with what my goals, my visions are? They talked about leaving their home country and what responsibility comes with leaving their home country. Another thing is, if you had to start over anyway, whether it's divorce, career, if you've had to start over in your business, Respire is for you. One of the reasons that I really love, if your dream has been delayed, y'all, that's big. Like, men really, have you heard men talk about their dreams being delayed on a regular basis? Like, every day, there's so many men who have goals and dreams, and they may not express it like women, but Respire, you hear the dreams of one of our authors, well, several, but one in particular that stands out to me, and you hear me say this often, is Ken Young Glover. And the reason why I talk more about his story up front, out the gate, is because for our younger men, one of the goals, even for parents, is to become a professional athlete, whether it's NBA, NFL, is it NBL, hockey, whatever sport it is. That's something that's prevalent in the Black community. And so I share that story because he had goals from a little boy to make it to the NBA. And that's what he practiced. That's what he focused on. Now, I ain't going to give y'all all the tea because you got to buy the book. But his story, he shares with us his journey of how he made it to the NBA and played for the Milwaukee Bucks. And this was a dream of his. And his dream ended with this knee injury. It was a career-ending knee injury. And how did he rediscover hope, courage, and strength? Also, if you have had to start over, if you've had to reconnect and redefine your purpose in any way, if you are looking to increase your faith, if you have experienced such disappointment and heartbreak, or if you're unsure of what your next step is along your journey, these stories will minister to you and they will mentor to you. I'm telling you, this is going to be an opportunity for men to breathe again and build again. And I'm excited to take you on this journey with these amazing kingpins who actually have penned their story so that they can share. So Respire is a compilation of stories, 10 stories, 10 Black men, 10 truths, and you will find yourself, men, in one of these stories. If not all, there'll be pieces of your life experiences that has challenged your manhood or helped you develop your manhood in that way, developed in your career, and to really break down some of the social and societal norms, cultural norms, to remove some of the noise and help carry the responsibility. Y'all, Respire was created as a safe place for men, where they're able to express themselves and share with other men who have experienced like things. And so I'm excited, but I've given you a few reasons why you should pick up Respire. You have to pick it up. I'll tell you, if you haven't yet, pick it up. One other thing I wanted to share, if you are men, sometimes it's difficult to really start to get in groups or, be a part of certain groups or things of that nature. But if you are in a ministry, a brotherhood, a fraternity, a community, if you play a sports, I believe that Respire will be a vehicle that is going to help you all continue to build that relationship. And I would love for you to partner with our 10 authors, and I would love for you to partner with Sparkle on how do you connect with these men or get Respire and walk through this journey and create that space for other men. And Respire would be the resource that you would need to kick that journey off. So I just wanted to put that out there. But I am Dr. Kimberly Ellis, and y'all, I can't tell y'all how excited I am to really, I'm honored to carry these stories into the earth. I am so honored that God chose me to be a vehicle, a vessel to share. And this was a scary journey. This was a very difficult journey. I'll tell that story at a later time, but I wanted to really come in and share why you should pick up Respire, how women can truly impact the lives of the men that they love by being a part of this journey with us and partnering and purchasing this book for those who you love in your life. All right, I'm excited. I'm Dr. Kimberly Ellison. I am excited about the drop, the full drop of Respire. You can go to sparklepublishing.net/Respire. Get your copy, get a few copies so that you all can see these truths that these 10 Black men have changed the way in which the world see our experiences. So again, I thank you. I appreciate you. Go out and get the book, and I can't wait to hear your reviews. Thank you. All right. Bye now.